What up, guys? We're
Who that be? Who this?
No.
Who this?
I hope y'all are watching. We don't know what's going on. This is our first one. We know
Like I'm floating.
we should get at least one or two because Pelo's family should be watching, and then it'll grow from that point. Dude, we finally did it. We're live and in charge, ready to go. Seeing what people are out there doing.
All these thousands.
You guys are getting this whether you want it or not. Just
very true.
And hopefully we'll see it. They'll see what's going on. They're like, yeah, hey guys, what are y'all doing? We're like, yeah, we're having fun. We're doing juice nuggets. We're trying to get everything going. We wanna TikTok. It don't stop.
oh my god, that was such a bad joke, man. That was hard.
Oh my goodness.
So check this out, guys. So these past couple of days, but I believe on Friday there was a new release for Super Mario World on the Nintendo Switch.
Gotta switch it up.
Is that all the information you had?
It's pretty awesome. I don't know if any of you guys got it. I'm looking at your background. Where's your background?
It's gone.
Oh my god, he just figured this out. Like after about 25 minutes of this. Good lord. Super Mario World 3D plus Bowser's Fury launched yesterday. It's good
Was
stuff.
it yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday, day before. Close enough.
So
We
Friday,
don't know. We don't know when they're watching this.
So yeah, so
It could be in a week when they're watching it.
So I downloaded it and started playing it, and I thought it was. I mean, it's typical Mario, but there's just something about Mario that just doesn't like it. Just refreshes. I mean, I don't know what it is about how Nintendo's
like good wine.
Yeah, man. It's just, but you know what they do is, Speedy and I were talking about this. They just seem to continue this fun factor, that Nintendo has with
conversation.
these age old because you don't have a Switch.
You're doing this live, bro.
I'm telling. I'm gonna tell Pelo. Hey,
We have
man,
secret meetings without you, Pelo.
It's
the board of trustees and then Pelo. It's the board of trustees, then Pelo.
Wow.
Then we
like-
bring you in.
It's like I can just imagine how the conversation would go. Pelo, I just downloaded the new Super Mario. I don't have a Switch. Why are you even telling me?
So
don't
what?
care.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah, very, very true. Yeah.
But-
So I played it for a while,
have a
and
week.
man, it was fun. And Speedy, you told me you downloaded it yesterday.
Yeah, I downloaded yesterday. I started playing. I streamed about 2 hours of it yesterday. So if you want, you can go ahead and hit up some of those channels in the comments down below. But the big thing is that it does have a refresh, and it's just like Nintendo finds a way to revise something that it makes it so much more enjoyable. So kind of on the vein of Mario Odyssey, this kind of brings back all of that. So you're looking at Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and Toad. You can actually switch between the characters. So I'm sure at some point it'd be advantages for either or. But for the most part, like, it's been really fun. They have all these little tiny bits in there of nostalgia. Like, the stages have these like wonderful little hidden areas that even a little
They're
kid
wonderful though.
or I had to bring it down because I know Pelo gets very distracted with hard games. So this will be like right at his level. Have you seen his aim? Have you seen his aim? Have you seen his aim?
Coming to a roast fest here.
Well, you're commenting on my
Innocent
wonderful,
bystander.
but I'm trying to make it, so that Pelo wants to play it, because Pelo cries about playing everything but Destiny.
That's true.
So,
He's stuck in that rogue game.
I'm not trying to sell our no viewers. I'm also trying to sell Pelo right now.
You're not gonna tell me when I don't even have a fucking Switch.
So the whole point is like it's if you're a Mario fan, you're gonna enjoy it quite a bit. I haven't gotten to the Bowser's
Fury.
I smell pancakes. That's what's going on.
Wow.
Bowser's Fury yet, but much like everything else, like I hope it has enough stages. it's just been really fun. So if you haven't had a chance, check on YouTube. Go watch any YouTube video of it. If you do have a Switch, this is definitely one to get if you've played Mario Odyssey before.
Now, one of the things I don't like is the price. I mean, it's $59. And I'm all down for paying, money for AAA titles, but I kind of feel, in some regards, a game that's remade or revamped shouldn't necessarily be $59.
But that's all Nintendo.
I mean, this coming. I don't know. I know. Is it because it's just one single purchase,
they're not
or is it like
they're not Xbox?
Is it like 19 little small purchases? Because I know someone who's spent probably close to a G on charms and everything in Rainbow Six. I just don't know.
Over 3 years.
Yeah, it was 3 years.
Over 3 years.
Dude, close to
I'm just making up numbers. I'm just making up numbers.
Bro. He's making up numbers.
It was 985.
It was 999. Okay, I stopped year 4. Okay.
Bought the Doctor Disrespect skin for like $25. You're complaining about a full game for $59.
It's Dr. Disrespect, bro. I'm getting.
All he's doing is yeah. That's all he does. That's all he does.
All he needs to do. That's it.
I watched the guy last night ran around with that skin, and he just get mowed down. And I was like, the disrespect is at another level for the disrespect.
Totally at another level, man. So, I mean, but by all accounts, it is definitely a fun game, especially for kids. And this is also something new for, a generation that doesn't know Mario the way we grew up with him. So therefore, it's a reintroduction, not only for us, but for the new generation as well, to kind of get into the Mario mix. Mario's just an iconic character.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the thing with Nintendo. That's what I mean. Like, you guys are comparing it to like you're paying $60 for a game, and they're redoing it. I'm like, dude, how many times and how many different versions of Mario are there out there? I mean,
that's true, and that's true.
So many.
Said the guy who's bought every expansion of Destiny.
Be calm. I'm not poo-pooing.
Watching you.
I'm just saying.
Speedy's done a great job. It's just loose, bro.
I'm just saying Nintendo's done a great job of like keeping things fresh for Mario and that whole crew by doing different games and refreshing. And there's nobody else out there that's done that.
I mean, it's the same game, same name title, but the game is different. It's different. It's not a 2D.
It's just different, and it's still relevant.
The stages are different. Everything's different. Like, even the gameplay, like the little things that are happening in there, like the way it warps you through stuff. It's all different. It's just familiar. And one of the things is it's like safe that you can watch. Yeah, and so it's comforting, like a big hug from Pelo and all his Pelos. Just get all snuggled in there.
They just wrap you in the fibers. Just like, take you.
That was like yesterday.
I'm like, Pelo, your hands are so warm. He's like, those aren't my hands. hair follicles just
oh wow! I don't even know what y'all did yesterday.
It was so funny, man. I told him I was cold, and he was like, "I'll keep you warm." And then, I was like, "That's crazy." And I'm like, "You're still barbecuing with both hands, dude." I thought it was so funny.
Here we go.
I thought it was so funny that meme popped up on my Facebook feed right as I was heading over to Pelo's. That was like 49 states. You can't barbecue in this weather. And then it had Troy, Brad Pitt, and the Texas. That is why no one will remember your name. Fucking died laughing. The best. I was like, that could not have come at a better time.
Oh, man.
And by the way, Pelo does some mean barbecuing, like so mean. In fact, he has the meat thermometer.
Yeah,
checking like precision meat temp
quality, my friend. Quality.
I hands down, Pelo. Great meal, man. Thank you so much, man.
Oh my goodness,
it was excellent. What else we got?
Ice and jelly.
So what we're also looking at is a recent article came out that AMC staved off bankruptcy with the latest push from your boys on Reddit getting that price point up. They went ahead and released a lot of shares and diluted the value. So good job to Wall Street Bets. And basically raised close to $1 billion to help keep them alive. And their welcome present to everyone else, what there was, hey, we're going to delay. We're going to continue to delay every movie known to man. We're not going to go the HBO Max way. We're going to keep and hold every single movie. What do you guys think?
I know, like, what is it? That Black Widow. Like they like stomped down on their feet and they said that it's going to be in theaters. It's not going to be HBO or whatever.
Well, I saw a trailer for something and it said theaters only, like it was a threat. It was like, hey guys, we're not going to show you this at all.
So instead of like before, it was like, oh, in theaters, blah blah blah. Like,
and I'm like,
it's gonna be in theaters.
I'm like, normally what was it, like 60 days before it hit videos before, like even when it was in theaters, I'm like, yeah, bro, I'll wait it out. Like, I'm not worried.
I mean, I think we've talked ourselves pretty hoarse on this topic just because, I mean, I don't know the financial, risk or, what they're attempting to accomplish by just keep, pushing these movies back. I feel there's so much momentum. And this is such a prime time because everyone's, either at home or, there's a lot more people at home. Not everyone's going out, because of what's happening. So I feel like there's a niche somewhere in between delivering the goods without sacrificing people's safety and a way for them to also make money. I mean, it's just, I feel there's something. Yo, what's up, Sandy? I feel there's definitely something that can be done. But why they just keep pushing movies back and just
because they want everything to go back to normal. They want it to go back to normal. They want you in the theater paying $10, $20 for that bucket of popcorn when you can just do it at home.
They're all being Karens with their movies. They don't want to risk it. They want the money. They want you in theaters.
So I had thought about if movie theaters started offering, and I don't know if we had talked about this or we suggested it, but like having like a code with the ticket, and a way for you to stream the movie at home. So like you like purchase it or either online or some way that gives proceeds to the theater. So I don't know.
Yeah, but who wants to do that? Who wants what does HBO want to share their money? Right, but just take it all to themselves.
But the movie just staying there in general and just being pushed back and holding doesn't do good for anybody.
Well, I mean, it's going to get to a point where they're going to have all these movies back. Let's just say we were able to go to movies and it was safe and, whatever your political view, you were in there. They're going to release 9 movies all at once. You're not going to go watch them all. They're going to just start spreading these out even further and further. So we're never going to see these anytime soon. And then all it does is just allow some hacker, someone just to be able to grab it and then drop it. And then they lose everything. Like you can't keep anything safe nowadays. Project Red just had all their files stolen and sold on the black internet. The black internet.
Whoa! What is the black internet, bro?
That's what I said. Oh, and then so they had all Cyberpunk sold, Witcher 3 sold, and I can't remember the last title. The source files were sold, and someone bought them. So like their code is out there like for the whole thing. So like this is what's gonna happen to these movies, and unfortunately they're gonna be released, and they're not gonna reap any of that. And
I totally agree with you, and I'm wondering why hasn't somebody done that? Why hasn't somebody released these damn movies and just leaked them? I mean, what's so funny is before all of the pandemic happened, there was leaks all the time on the internet for movies, and where are those leaks now when we need them? Fuck, it's so weird.
Well, I tell you, I'd rather enjoy a movie at home. Like it's like sporting events too. And like unless it's my almost favorite sporting event, I'd rather watch it home on television. Relaxing. Drinks, whatever. Restroom when I can go whenever I want to go. Like it's just so much more convenient. And I think HBO Max is really hit on this by syncing up with all these movies that are being released out there. And now you have all these guys. They're going to gain all this market share, and they're not going to be able to fight it back. and at some point they're going to lose. And the nostalgia of going to the movies is going to be like when you used to go to the drive-ins.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. I was just gonna say, I think with with the times of everything going on,
COVID in China.
I think
they can't hit that upload button. They're like,
wow, Sandra, wow,
multi. Well, I think it's gonna be like how you exactly say. Movie theaters are gonna turn into like the drive-in theaters. The market is gonna see that more people are at home. Obviously, more people are. It's like with cable services. More people are streaming than actually buying cable services. I don't even have cable services.
I don't either.
I don't either.
It's just more convenient.
They're gonna see that there's more convenient. They see that they can push more money. They can put more advertisement in that. I mean,
right.
They're just following the money trail, and right now, because of what's going on, that's the direction. And eventually that's the direction everything was going. It just got sped up a lot.
That's true. So speaking of some movie, we do have a little tease going on. So I don't know if you guys felt like a little tickle tease.
Did you watch the tease?
But we got some
you said not to.
Sonic 2.
No, he's talking about Sonic 2.
Okay.
About Sonic 2, man.
I haven't even seen Sonic 1.
Of course you haven't. Of course you haven't, Pelo. Why would you?
So Sonic 2 is going to be set to release. We got a little tease on it, which was absolutely nothing.
April 8th, 2022. So
I'm surprised it wasn't like 2024.
I mean, what's funny is there really isn't footage.
It'll eventually get pushed back to that.
But
nobody.
I enjoyed the first Sonic. I thought Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik was awesome. I thought he was a funny, really good Dr. Robotnik. I like the fact that Tails will be in the second one. Kind of follows along the same path as the game timeline. So, I mean, I'm curious. I really want to. If they do a good job as they did as the first one, it'll be entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think, and then the fact is, like, they listen to.
No, you can't say anything, Pelo. You haven't seen shit.
they listen
about
watching. I only watch if it's Star Trek.
Did you even have a Genesis? Okay.
No,
right.
I'm poor. I barely even had a Nintendo. With,
did you say the slogan? Game.
You didn't have friends.
Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Nintendo doesn't, but Genesis does. Genesis does. Do you remember the slogan,
bro? We played Genesis back in the day.
You know that a little too well.
Bro, I know the slogans, bro.
Right. Oh, man. Moving on, we have some Zack Snyder news out in the atmosphere here.
Snyder atmosphere. What is this, Pelo?
So Zack Snyder had come out. He's been teasing little tidbits, little juice nuggets of his own throughout the week. Throughout the week of some stills, some pictures of the new, Jared Leto Joker. Which do you guys like this version? At least the picture.
I don't know what Noob's doing, but
it sounds horrible.
Just mute yourself, please. Just choke yourself while you're at it. I hear what I'm doing. I just don't want you to see what I'm doing. People don't want to hear that.
The fact is, like, I think Jared Leto is a very good actor. Like, he does these crazy roles, and they're always like over the weird and over top, like in all the little things. But for this one, the image that I saw of the Joker with him was a little bit more back to like Heath Ledger kind of style, and not that greased up Lambo driving sequence jacket wearing Joker. And so I'm more excited to see this one than I would have been to see that one.
It looks a little more psychopath than, just, pissed off gangster.
He looked like a total gangster, and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh yeah.
They were just, they're just putting too much glitz and glamour on it.
The wifey and Brandon, my little boy. Hey guys. They're watching.
Noob can reach. Noob can read. Noob can read.
They'll be like, "You're too loud."
I'm involved with the chat. You guys are like, where?
my
Are
goodness.
we gonna put up some more teasers?
So with that, we're gonna go ahead and drop the newest teaser that just came out. So he actually released some footage. I watched it earlier. We're gonna see what the Zack Snyderettes down here are ready to watch this. Get excited about it. So with that, we're gonna watch the HBO. Yeah, I'm talking about you two. I'm talking about you two, Zack Snyderettes. And
you're scorned by everything. Just
I am.
everything.
I am. I'm pragmatic, man. I got to see it. I'm not all like getting all excited like you two. You guys have to change your shorts after every show.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about Zack Snyder.
That's the guy who decided to say, "Hey, let's play Torchlight 3, or let's play Project."
Wait, hey, if I recorded that, Noob last night was like, I had a really good time. I enjoyed it. I would play it again. I'm like, bitch, shut up.
Happens, like all other games, he's already up a level way above.
Shut up. Yeah, like we're gonna go back and he's gonna be tryhard to be like level 25. I'm like, yo, bro, I thought we were all playing this together.
I'm just good at it. Don't hate me because I'm just good at it. Fucking haters over here.
Golly. He's like, yeah, I'm a level 40. Yeah, because you bought 25 levels, homie.
Still high.
That's
all
right.
G went. Do you want to watch this or not? You want to watch this juicy nugget? All right, guys. So let's watch this. This is from HBO Max.
I really want to watch it.
I know. Here we go from HBO Max.
Breaking the sound barrier.
Been wrong.
That's what you want him to do to you.
Out in the dark, among the stars, the god is dead.
I had a dream. Almost like a premonition. I think there's an attack coming.
My lord, this world will fall.
I need warriors. I'm building an alliance to defend ourselves.
How do you know your team's strong enough? If you can't bring down the charging bull, then don't wave the red cape at it.
You were sent here for a reason. And even if it takes you the rest of your life, find out what that reason is.
Pelo just got all hot and sweaty.
Saw Henry Cavill with his shirt off.
Pelo's gonna start doing push-ups right now.
They said the age of heroes would never come again.
It will. It has to.
When Ben talks like that,
We live in a society where honor is a distant memory. Isn't that right? Batman.
that's the Joker we deserve.
Chills.
That's the Joker we deserve.
So there we go, boys.
Wow.
Look at that. That was good. It was good.
Wow.
That's really good.
No poo-pooing?
No, I mean, like, in general, that it looked more put together and didn't look as comical as the last one did. It was just, it looks like storylines are going to be brought out instead of just
Finally.
this guy was here and now he's a robot. I know, but see, that's the other part, right? It's man, I'm gonna have to have the piddle pack so I can get the adult diaper so you can just sit there and watch it all. It's just gonna be way too long.
I'm hoping that like the music is gonna be like that, because the music that was in the original, God, I fucking hated it, and it just ruined. Yeah, dude. I mean, for me, like you have to have a good, audio
score,
like
behind it.
Good score with it, because I mean, think about like Guardians of the Galaxy. Fuck, had the badass score. It just went with the movie, and it just amped up the movie that much more. But the original, the original version of Justice League, I hated this. The songs were just so stupid.
The thing with the first Justice League is I watched it, but I can barely remember anything from it. Because it wasn't, it really wasn't anything that really got me. But this one, for 4 hours long, man, and for them redoing it and already having a path of how, the first Justice League went, gives them a good idea of what they needed to do with this one. So I'm really hoping they capitalize, but it seems like it's headed in a great direction.
Well, I'm hoping what happens with this is because, they had a statement out yesterday that, everybody's asking, well, if this does well, if Zack Snyder's version actually does well, the production company go forward with him, and the production company just went, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
They're shooting themselves in the foot, with that. I'm really hoping that the Zack Snyder version is really good, but this was chills. My bellows were standing up.
Yeah, man. The very end with Jared Leto. He's such an iconic character, Joker. We've talked about him so many times, but Jared Leto himself is a very versatile character, and I was really disappointed for the character that they gave him to play. So I really don't put a lot of blame on him. It's just the character he was given. I think he himself is a damn good actor and has come a really, really long way. And it really shows not only in this little tidbit right here, because he brings out, he if they tell him to play like a dark Joker or whatnot, he can.
So you saw 2 seconds, and now you're just exploding all over the screen for 2 seconds of the Joker. I'm like devil's advocate here. Like he's like
the escape his juice nuggets.
It's juicy nuggets. I think it's gonna be. It looks good. It's just interesting seeing like how DC wants their movies to be. They want to have that notoriety that Marvel has, but like if you look at the films, they're darker. They're colorized darker. Like everything about them is darker. So I'm not sure if ever it's ever going to be in that same vein of being able to pump out like a million that's movies true. And have like as many, because like if you look
Marvel, at that's all glitz and glamour and fucking
that's like we're talking about like just selling and pushing your brand,
right?
And so like when I watched that one, it's dark.
You're limiting your audience because of the fact that it's so dark. I totally get that.
It's exciting. Like I'm like this goes to show that what editing can do also to a film. Like if you have a bad editor, your shit's gonna come out looking like crap, right? I mean, you've even heard the stories with George Lucas with the first Star Wars, like some other dude editing, then he went in and edited. Like you can create a lot of movement and move the storyline very well. But I'm hoping, since he had such a big passion for it in the very beginning, that it's going to be able to show through in that editing. And so with storylines being pulled out or the non-editing, if it's 4 hours long, who knows what you'll see after that point.
One thing I'm curious, and it's very unfortunate the incidents that happened to Zack Snyder, but by the same token, I'm really curious to speculate what kind of movie he would have put out if it hadn't changed. Would it still have been a 4-hour movie, or would it have just, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of, it's crazy how things work out and how they happen. But now I'm curious,
Is he trying to overcompensate for the lackluster of the original? And I mean, like, and here you go, like Sandra's got a good point right here. Like they always put down the good part, always put the good parts in the trailers. So is this just going to be one of those, like where they've just kind of juiced it up for them nuggets? And then I think giving it to us like that.
I think this version is going to be what he envisioned on top of like a director's cut of, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point to make. And that's definitely very valid.
So we're excited. I'm not poo-pooing yet.
I was waiting for you to poo-poo. I was like, I was because I'm like,
okay, so like anything that makes Aquaman looks a little bit normal is going to be better. I definitely want to see Cyborg. I definitely want to see more Flash. Like,
what was wrong with them?
Did you not watch the first Aquaman movie? That movie was trash, dude. Complete trash. Wow. It was trash. And So
You didn't like Jason Momoa walking in slow motion?
apparently Pelo did. Apparently, like Pelo liked watching him ride the lightning tornado underwater up into to see his mom, and in the end,
I didn't even know that
ever,
happened.
Mr. Poo Poo.
Dude, it was trash. It was literal trash.
I'm sorry that you're jealous that he has this nice, long, glistening hair, unlike you.
Yeah,
but
let's take a. We're gonna have to put a poll out. Like,
Momoa, let's be real.
how many men liked Aquaman?
How many men?
How many men like?
You can't do that.
We know the ladies did. We know the ladies did.
And
we know the ladies. We know the ladies did. But I'm asking, how many men liked Aquaman?
It wasn't that bad. But
I liked it. I said men. I said men. I was waiting for that.
Yeah, you took forever to get there.
I just walked into it.
You took forever to get there, man. I was like, come on, get there, Pelo.
I know this asshole so well. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just ride. Because I'm there's a fishing line, and he's just like, and I'm like,
got him. I got him.
We have Sandy there. She's saying she hated it. So
there we go.
She's got good taste. She's got good taste.
Well, she's got your taste.
Good.
So skipping over to some more gaming news, we do have some news about Little Nightmares 2. It's one of the horror style type games. I don't know if you guys ever had the chance. Yes. Have you ever had the chance of playing the first one?
I played the first one. I didn't.
What do you think about it?
I thought it was pretty. For it being a side scroll, I mean, because there's a lot of like indie side scroll games, and I mean they're okay. I mean, they try to bring back some nostalgia of like the old like Nintendo and stuff like that. But for this one, it's 3D interactive in a side scroll, and I mean, it was pretty freaky. Yeah, it was a pretty freaky. You had to do certain things, and if not, like if you're off by like a few seconds, from trying to tiptoe from some crazy ass being in the background, right? And then you had to start all over. So that's what from what I've seen from the second one. From what I saw for the second one, the teaser that they had, it's more interactive. I think there's multiplayer, if I'm not mistaken. So you can play like with another character, and you have to team up.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. Now, here's the thing, though. I'm kind of curious if it's necessary to have a second player in order to progress.
I don't know. Hopefully, it's not necessary. But with another player, you can open up other parts to the game. So
okay.
So while we're talking about it, I'll see if I can share a screen without some audio so we can hear Pelo's wonderful descriptions.
Well, let's take a look at this.
But we're not going to have any audio. So, it does look extremely creepy. I'm not so sure how much of a kid game this is.
Yep. But it's not really a kid game, but
not at all.
The thing is,
not a kid game.
I played the first one, and I actually got it for the wifey because she really liked this type of style. And it has, the quirky thing about this and these kind of games is they have this very obscure type horror, and one of the things I like about games like this is you don't really know what's going on until you progress further. You start to kind of build this really crazy, awkward story, but it just works.
And like it's Tim Burton run them out.
Well, yes. That's kind of what I was just going to hint at right now. So like, so
remember the game that we played Inside?
Yeah, Inside. But see, like that one wasn't Tim Burton-esque, but I definitely enjoyed that one. Like this one,
yes.
I feel like
inspired by.
I feel like it's inspired, but the question is like, is that? No, is it them just trying to take Tim Burton's ideas and like use it, or does Tim Burton like now have like the proverbial hold on like anything creepy and eclectic ever used in a movie or game to
like this reference, like whenever we see something like this, we're just very quick to say, "Oh, Tim Burton."
Yeah,
but because he's the only one that originated the style, Yeah. So when you do see anything really weird and creative, I personally associate it with him because that's something I would.
Yeah, and he's also a drama queen, man. Have you ever seen like the video about him? Like,
What was it? that it was? Was it? What was the name of that?
I thought it was like the movies that made us, like part 2 or something like that.
Was it one of those?
Yeah, it was one of those on Netflix.
I mean, it's one of those things you learn about people afterwards. Like, tons of women out there love Brad Pitt, and lo and behold, he's like a shitty tipper. I mean, you don't know. You don't know these things.
Kicking in walls around your production assistants and berating them is not a shitty tipper.
Maybe he needed those $30.
I didn't know he did any of that. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, he throw fits and kick walls in and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, have you seen Tim Burton?
There you go.
I've been like, yo, bro, you gonna stand up to me, Tim Burton? Like, what? Come at me with your little skinny jeans. Come on.
He was probably the originator of those skinny jeans.
I'll meet you down at the corner, bro. Let's go.
He was wearing them before they were popular.
Yeah, and his cut jeans, skinny jeans, his little boots, steel toes.
Little boots.
Come on. He's got little boots. Just saying.
Oh my god.
Just saying. But I do like his style.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, and that's just kind of the thing. So I really want to play the second one. I haven't yet, but I want to finish the first one now. So now that the second one's out and I see a really good progression of the game,
you want to play the second, but you haven't finished the first.
I'm going to finish
but you're going to finish the first to play the second.
He's going to buy the levels.
Buy the levels. Buy the completed game. Can I buy the save? I just want the save file. Can I buy the save file?
Where's the Game Shark? Help us get past these things.
When you need one.
Where is it, man?
Right. So this is something hilarious, man. So it turns out Sony designed one of the biggest Easter eggs in what some may say gaming history. Something like that. So Sony's current PlayStation 5 DualSense controller, if you look at the micro texture on the controller, it's nothing but PlayStation symbols. So it's
the
got
XO, squares, triangles,
squares. Yes, that's interesting. I don't have a PS5 yet, so it's I'm just saying. Cool.
I don't think there's many people have PS5. I think it's just that group that's been hoarding them and buying them and selling them for twice their price. Has all the PlayStation 5s in the world right now.
These tidbits so you can buy more from them on eBay for double the price.
So is it an Easter egg, or is it just someone finally noticed that? Oh shit! These aren't tiny bumps. But that is kind of cool to see the detail that they're putting into certain things. So Xbox sent out a questionnaire asking are you satisfied with your controller? Because everyone saw the PlayStation 5 controller and was like, dude, this is a leap ahead. All the features that they have on there, the haptic shock, all that feedback. And then what do we get? We get the same controller, but we got a button right here in the middle now, so that lets us record our stuff, and it's smaller. And it comes with texture. You don't have to do it yourself.
Do with the controller. I mean, what more do you want?
Yeah. With that being said,
the controller, you could say that, but then the controller is your only connection to a game, right? So the more, why did they put rumble packs in it, huh? If it's just a controller, why do they do all this other stuff?
You need more buttons than just do PC.
It's not about the buttons. It's about the feedback that you're receiving. Yeah, get it straight, Pelo.
Do you use the feedback in most of your games, if not all of your
games?
You're
still using the 360. Yeah, I do. I know you're still rocking your 360 controller, man. It's cool. Let it go.
I've seen
Blue, at least,
I've seen Speedy play 2-player games just to have the second player with the rumble, but he sits
on my crotch.
On his crotch. Yeah. And I'm like, why are you playing 2-player, bro? Sure. He's like, don't ask questions.
Noob sits on it. I just put it on my crotch. I don't know what he's doing.
But your crotch is underneath, so I mean, it's not like it's right on top. Right? But check this out. That's
called science, bro.
Life finds a way, as Dr. Malcolm says.
That dude had a kid, and he's like 70.
So
his pencil is still working.
And I will say, man, I'm very curious to see the PlayStation 5 controller. I've heard just along the same lines, kind of good reports about the controller and the amount of features that it gives and connects the player. And I do honestly, I have to side with Speedy and just saying that having the amount of features that connect you to a game and kind of make things more easily accessible, but also add to either features of the gameplay. It's really noticeable. I hate the PlayStation 4 controller, but I do love the feature. So that little motion thing in the very front, that big button, that thing is used for a lot of things, and it's pretty interesting. And I kind of wish, because there's some games you play when you interact with something, since it has speakers, the voice comes through the controller to aid you in what you need to do. Xbox doesn't have anything like that, so those little tiny features or additions, help with the gameplay and kind of get you more involved in certain games. So with that being said, like I'm curious, I want to check it out, but
Speedy wants to, that Ready Player One full bodysuit.
Okay, who doesn't want that experience? So, Pelo, you mean to tell me don't be that guy?
I won't be able to even afford it.
We would have to peel it off of Pelo's body. He's gonna have to shave.
Pelo, she's not real. God damn it!
He's gonna have to take a near bath just to be able to feel things in that suit.
No, we would bust it on Pelo, and he would be like this with big old goggles on, like.
We got to keep it PG. We know that's not what he would be doing.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Change the subject. We're losing people.
Who's got it? Who's got it? Okay.
So we've been hearing a lot of releases now about the Borderlands movie that's going to be coming out. So those that have played the game itself, we have some character releases that are on the horizon. What do we got? Who's out there?
So we got Jamie Lee Curtis is playing Tannis in the new Borderlands movie. We have Jack Black, who's going to be playing Claptrap. Also reports of Kevin Hart, who's going to be playing the character of Roland, who's the leader of the Resistance in Borderlands. Now the game has been out for quite some time. Pelo, you said you haven't had a chance to play it, right? Like you haven't checked it out. Now, even with Borderlands 3, have you ever thought about playing it, or did it ever interest you at all?
Unless it was free, probably not. So
we gotta get
you. I need that free, man. I need a raise. That's what it is.
Oh, boss, if you're listening, help my man out, please. Help my man out.
We started GoFundMe for Pelo.
So
there we go.
Speedy and I, we played the series. I was a really, really huge fan of Part 2. I thought Part 2 was probably the best one. Part 3, it's not that it was horrible by any means. It was a really good game. Honestly, there was just so many other good games that I was in the midst of playing that I continued to play that I just didn't get involved in 3 as I did 2. But I do think the series is amazing. My problem is, why is Kevin Hart Roland, bro? Like, Roland's this massive big dude, and Kevin Hart's like 4'5".
I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to keep going down the jerk path that I was at that point. But I was like, are they going? It's confidence, bro. It's different. Okay.
Oh God, you sound just like fucking Noob. It's confidence, bro. You need to know where this is coming from.
Right here, man, deep down. And I was gonna say, are they gonna shoot Kevin's shots all from like down up, like, or are they gonna do the same thing?
Oh my God!
I was like, when he lifts somebody up, it's like that trick magic.
Or is it gonna be like a Tom? It's gonna be a Tom Cruise kind of situation where they like have two actors, but then Tom Cruise is like in the foreground and the other actors in the background, so they're talking to each other, and like you don't see the distance in between them.
It's all
like
about the movie magic, bro.
Or are they just gonna grab him and then resize him to like 6 feet? But to the other point I was gonna make, these characters are funny. Like I enjoyed the game. For those that haven't, it's like a post-apocalyptic kind of like funny, kind of artistic, kind of swath to the whole thing. But like Claptrap, I could definitely see Jack Black as Claptrap. Man, say that like 3 times really fast.
want to slap your mouth.
Say it. I don't even want to know what you want to do to other guys' mouths.
Whoa.
No, just yours.
Yeah, no, that's even scarier. That's even scarier, bro. We're related. It's illegal.
So with you guys knowing about this,
It's not Arkansas.
Is this gonna be
Arkansas.
Alabama, come on. I know we're in the South.
No Utah.
You guys are idiots.
Oh my god.
So with you two
So
knowing the
Utah.
game,
That was
hold
good.
on. You two knowing the game, is this gonna be like strictly a comedy? Is this gonna be
It is.
action
The
comedy?
game has a lot of comedic
Yeah, it's
portions
yeah.
to it.
But do you?
I'm still laughing at that. You're so Utah.
But the thing is, I'm like, I see Kevin Hart, and it's hard to like, and in the role that you guys are describing, like he's playing, like how serious is it gonna be that it's not gonna come off as just a bad movie?
So think about it like this: like Roland's character, he's a very aggressive, like he's a leader of the resistance, so he's extremely strong, commanding kind of deal, and not anything against Kevin Hart. But let's be honest, when we think of those kind of characters, Kevin Hart is a great comedian, right? He brings brings the laughter, that he is all about that, and he's amazing at what he does. And I truly love Kevin Hart. I'm just wondering, like, how it's going to work, and hey, maybe this is a transition for Kevin Hart to take hold of that commanding role, and he can pull it off, and we just, we're just.
I don't think this is that type of movie to begin with. I don't.
It's just strictly going to be.
There was a short TV series.
Short. Rude, fucking rude.
God damn, I'm the asshole.
Hey, somebody said in the comments.
It's okay, Sandy. You're short. I know.
I will be honest. I saw that he was going to be the character on Facebook, and I said, and my comment was, "Wow, this is going to be a short movie now."
So
I got a lot of love on that comment.
So Kevin Hart had a very, I can't say small, short. There was a
Just say
small
it, man.
episodes that was about Kevin Hart wanting to do action movies.
Yeah,
and had to get trained. Do you remember it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was that? God, what was it?
It was Kevin Hart something, or now we're gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, well, keep going.
So it reminds me of that. So like he went to go training with John Travolta, but it wasn't John Travolta. He was playing some hardcore action guy. And so, like, you're supposed to be taking him serious, and like through the whole thing, like he's screaming like how Kevin Hart does, and
It was
like
Die Hard.
Die Hard. Okay.
Hard. Oh,
So if that's what it reminds me of with Kevin Hart trying to do this character, and I'm like, it's gonna come off like that, like it's just.
I think it's gonna be all right. I don't think this movie is that type of movie. That this is not a serious like thriller movie to begin with.
Right.
This is gonna be comedic, and so like having him in there, I think he's gonna add some levity to it.
Oh, I think
right now it's ahead of Just by the Cats. It's already ahead of Aquaman and half of the Justice League movies, which was the one that was shown already, like before he even gets there. So, yeah.
Such poo-pooing.
We're all gonna watch it, right? Because we are all Kevin Hart fans. We love the cast so far. How do you guys feel about Jamie Lee Curtis as Tannis, though? Let's talk about some character development and whatnot.
That's it. Like with Jamie Lee Curtis being with us, like it's got me perplexed.
Well, I mean, she's done comedy, so like you got two big comedy. Yeah, you've got these two big comic people. Jingle, what was that? Jingle All the Way, or whatever was that other one?
Oh yeah. She's done Jingle All the Way.
Christmas with the Cranks.
Didn't she do some swap something like?
Hey, just because she's done Aliens doesn't mean she can't
Freaky
step
Friday.
it up. Freaky Friday,
Freaky Friday. That was good. That was hilarious.
So I mean, I think this is gonna have a lot there. It's just now it's all about the script. Like what are they gonna be talking about that isn't part of the video games?
Well,
like,
let's hope Josh Whedon ain't doing it.
I think that's the hard transition that we have, right? Is picking a storyline and following it and making it worthwhile. Like that's where a lot of these movies, when they go over, like Resident Evil, like after like the very first movie, like it really had nothing to do with Resident Evil other than like zombies in the same company. It was just like straight off in its own world, like lasers and rooms and flipping and apocalypse. Like it had nothing to do. It just had the name after that point. And so
even the first Resident Evil was still hard to watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, Mila Jovovich was honestly the only thing that kept that thread from like snapping. But yeah, I agree, man. That series could have been done a lot better.
I mean, it brought back some nostalgia here and there, but man, you guys are such poo-pooing on all of this.
I'm just curious about Kevin Hart, but Speedy
I have taste.
Speedy has a very good point about it being, you know, comedic, which I may be a little too critical.
I'm waiting for Noob, because Noob said he's like, you hear Speedy poo-pooing on fucking everything, but you never hear what he fucking likes.
Hey, you guys are always liking everything. You guys are always liking everything. I gotta bring another view to it. I gotta bring another view. You think everyone agrees with you, Pelo?
Shit mountain.
So check it out, guys. So look, along.
You people wanted this live.
You want this shit, guys?
Who's you people?
This is what happened.
Speedy wants to, he doesn't want to edit anymore, so we're doing this live for y'all.
No, the live's gonna be good. So check this out, guys. We also have some news. Speaking of some gaming stuff, we're gonna switch it back around. So we did talk in one of our previous episodes about Cyberpunk. So we talked about Cyberpunk and how there was a mod for Johnny Silverhand, aka Keanu Reeves, and it was like this whole sex mod. Now the case is, with a current PC hotfix, you are now able to safely install mods to use. Now, what mods are available right now is another story. It's as it is right now, you don't have to go manipulating the file system to make the mods work. There is an actual way for you to do it within the game that has been enabled. So, for any of those modders out there on PC, they can do it.
Doing all those weird things. Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, we can go back and fix the whole key.
I mean, I think they've taken some steps to try to make their game more appetizing for everyone that's out there that had like the mass, let's sell back everything, let's return it, let's, Cyberpunk's total trash. They're trying to, foster. They're trying to foster at least the community that's using it, right? And so this is what's going on. And we kind of hit about it earlier that they had a huge security break that just got released this last week. A lot of their source files have been stolen, specifically with this game, and then Witcher 3 project that they were working on in a subsequent one. And like they the whoever this hacker group was, they posted it in these underground websites and sold it.
The
they actually
black internet.
Yeah,
is what you said.
Wow, dude, where'd you get that from, man?
Rewind it to the beginning, and
it's live, bro.
Saying it.
It's live.
Very rude.
Wow, you're so rude, dude. Use that word. I don't even know you, man. Anyway, and so. Now you wonder what's going to really happen to all those mods that are out there, because the person who bought it supposedly dropped a note that said they weren't going to use it to distribute it or sell it. Like, why would you pay all this money for something and then buy it illegally and then not do anything with it illegally? Like,
I don't think they got it, and if they did, it's only partial, and so they're just making a lot of empty threats. That's what it sounds like. I mean, look what's been going on.
So if they have it, what would be the extent of what they could do?
Are you shushing me?
I don't know. No one's going to really tell them how much they stole.
Right.
Like, they don't want that information out there. They don't want to let other companies and anyone that's ever going to work with them know how much was actually taken. So they'll just say there was a breach. But this group is saying they got it all. So the question is, like,
They got all the dildo files, all the scans. They're like, that's the only file they got.
So
it.
Can we say that
those.
Was so were you one of the accomplices?
Damn.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Jeez, man, you guys.
I don't even know you. Wow.
Said that a little too serious.
It got scary for a second.
Looking on the market just for that.
So this is something interesting to kind of keep up with and kind of see what happens. I think the community of mods is going to grow. because games like Fallout, they give people the option to have mods. So I've seen there's Bernie Sanders mod, where he's sitting down. I mean, there's all kinds of funny games out there that have the ability for mods, and people. There's just a big community for people who like to make skin mods and whatnot, and alter the world that they play in. So this is going to be cool, man. It's going to be nice.
Say it, Speedy.
Oh man, I don't know. So
what is
we got our next topic up here. Let me get this back up here for a second. Whoa,
God.
Right there. So looks like there's a new movie with Nick Cage, the man who will never turn down a movie as long as you're willing to pay him.
Hey, he needs that money.
The Prisoners of Ghostland is destined to be the next Nick Cage cult movie.
I'm kind of curious about this. Pelo, we talked about this last night because we saw this. And apparently he doesn't say anything in the entire movie.
No. Oh, and Ghost. Yeah, no, this is a different movie. Prisoners
What
of
was the other
Ghostland.
one?
That's the Wonderland Willy something.
Oh, you're right. Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Yes. The Willy Wonderland. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
That's a different topic.
That's so you guys are talking about Willies in Wonderland. Yeah.
You sound jealous. You sound jealous.
I just need to make sure I take appropriate actions when joining your groups.
Conversation. It wasn't nothing to do with Speedy.
I hope it doesn't.
When Speedy says appropriate action, I picture him with his mouth open. He's just
no, it's called bring the Lysol, get the Gorilla Glue out, spray you guys down with it, so none of your clothes can come off.
Goes for Pelo automatically.
Can you imagine if Pelo got Gorilla Glued? Like, it would be just like a armored. It'd be even worse. It would like it would be like people would be like, I got Kevlar. Pelo's like, I got Gorilla Glue in myself. Like he wouldn't even. He'd be like, shoot me, bro. Shoot me. Come at me. Stab me. He's like,
do something.
Kink. He's like, I can't kill him. He's the next Batman.
Pelo Man.
It was that nanofiber? No, it's Pelo fiber.
It's Pelo fiber and super glue from Gorilla Glue.
That's what it is.
That's freaking hilarious.
So nothing on this movie then. This movie's supposed to be all gore, nothing like what really makes a Nick Cage cult movie is really the question.
It's just Nick Cage, bro.
It's just Nick Cage,
You know what happened is there was a movie that was released called Mandy that I had the pleasure of watching, and that movie was insanely gory, and it was a Nick Cage movie, and I kind of feel that's where his niche, that's where he became a niche, was after that movie. You started hearing about him making
become a niche.
I mean, come on, bro.
Just saying.
I mean, it's not like he's in his prime time movie career, bro. I mean, it's on the latter side.
See, but that's where
he's like a Vince Vaughn to me. He does the same stuff, same mannerisms over. He's like, it's just like that's all Nick Cage does.
That brings up a good point because it's just like where you have like Will Smith and he's playing Deadpool, but it's not like he's playing Deadpool. No, it's Will Smith.
As Deadpool.
Right. And it's like Nick Cage, it's Nick Cage playing this character. It's Nick Cage just playing himself as a character. It's just, that's what I mean. Like he should just ride into the sunset and be done with it.
I think
know.
He's got to pay the tax, man. He's like Wesley Snipes.
Bro,
they still owe money.
He bought a #1 Action Comics Superman Action Comics. So yeah, bro, he's got to pay. Mm-hmm. Got to keep up that.
You want to keep up? I guess you got to keep up that lifestyle.
He borrowed that money.
You got to borrow that money.
Probably did. So on some other news, we have some Nintendo Switch news. We have Android 10 on Nintendo Switch. For all those people who are interested in modding or in the modding world with Nintendo Switch, Android 10 is now available. So for all those modders,
it's only available for certain models. No,
so it's not available for the light version. Yes, and it's not available for the light versions. It's only
it's a hack. So
that you can play PlayStation, PSP. Old Nintendo games.
Well, it says the exploit to get Android running also only works on Switches that came out before Nintendo's chipset and battery upgrades. So if you got one of those systems that had those upgrades afterwards, then this will not work with your system. It could possibly break
it's like the old Wii. You know, like there was like a certain Wii model type that you had to find. Like it had to be a certain serial number.
Correct.
To be able to do mods. So it's just it's the same thing. But I mean, to be able to like have Android 10, I don't think it's like a huge deal, even though I'm an Android person. But
this is just one of those additional things because people like to have PlayStation mods. You know, they like to have Nintendo 64 emulators
on here, and that you can do emulation on this, so that you can play PlayStation and 64, Dreamcast.
I mean, I've yet to hear of any Android game that's worth.
Oh, here we go.
Anything.
See, you're getting after me, Pelo, and look who it was. Look who it was
what
this
Apple
dude.
Game is there that's like breaking like walls here? I mean, nothing. Let me get my fucking phone next to my pacemaker, and I'll fucking die.
Or let me put my note in my pocket and take the whole plane out because it's a bomb.
There's a lot of fuckings in that conversation just now. Dang.
Sandy, put away your kid. This is gonna get loud. Oh no, never mind.
This is
Hi, Seth.
Like put away your kid. Like you just puts him in a closet. Like I took him out. Let me put him back in for a second. Got enough to breathe. Close it.
And alongside some Nintendo news, man, we also got an update for Nintendo's latest Switch Online releases for the Super Nintendo, because they do have available downloads that you can have for retro play. So they have the Nintendo and Super Nintendo, and every once in a while, because they don't have any set dates, they update the library. And apparently, people are starting to notice that with these latest additions to the library, is that they're adding only these very obscure games, right? So one of the last AAA titles they added was Donkey Kong Country, and no one really knows why. So there isn't really anything going on that's explaining why they haven't released like big titles, because there was
desperate.
I don't know, but there were quite a few. And now, for instance, the latest release is Psycho Dawn, Doomsday Warrior, Prehistoric Man, and Fire and Ice. I think Fire and Ice was a AAA title that had gotten released back in the day by Tecmo, but the other ones weren't really that big.
I think it's a licensing issue. Like, there's all these layers of licensing when it comes to that stuff to get it on there. Like, that's why we don't see Mike Tyson's Punch-Out anymore. Like, we always see the generic version of Punch-Out. I'm like, no one wants to play that trash. Like, if I'm going to play the man
Mike
at the
money,
end,
man, he's worth it.
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, but yeah, like there's some really weird, like I'll scroll through that thing and I'll be like, I don't even know that game. Why do we have 4 versions of this game? Like kind of going on. So it's a little bit all over the place. So I think Nintendo's still struggling to kind of meet the same inventory kind of requirements that you see with like Xbox and PlayStation being able to produce and give. Yeah. So and then plus like they don't put out. They just didn't have a lot of developers back in the day, like to the same level like now. So like they're not going to put out a Wii game on there. The Wii was out for like what, 2 years? Like, and then it was like, all right, we got to move on from this thing.
The only thing I had that was they had
the like Sega that was Dreamcast.
Yeah, agreed, man.
I was too poor. I didn't have it.
Oh God,
I didn't have it. I had friends.
Oh, Noob doesn't count. It
wasn't Noob.
Gosh. Fucking A. I'm just gonna say random fucks. Okay, just to glue shit together.
Pelo is trying to come back at me. You see this, guys? This is video proof of it.
Oh my God. It's just gonna be our theme song now. Just a whole lot of fucks.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have definitely concluded this episode of Next Level Official Podcast. This is our first live episode, and we'll be coming to you every weekend from here on out. If things change, you'll be definitely getting those updates on social media. So if you guys want, do yourself a favor. You can follow us on Facebook. at Next Level Official Podcast and on Instagram, YouTube. Make sure to throw those comments in. Give us a like.
Brother Jesus.
OJ, join for a second.
Fan.
Inside joke.
Buddy.
Hilarious.
I'm hilarious, buddy. Hilarious. Hilarious, man. So, guys,
aggressive buddies.
we really want to thank everybody for the support and watching us and taking the time. If you guys are interested in hearing certain topics or more antics, or you just want to hear us, talk about Pelo more, please let us know, and we will definitely oblige. But everyone, enjoy y'all Sunday, and happy Valentine's. Happy Valentine's.
Yeah, don't forget about that. It's gonna be bad. All right, guys. See ya.
Peace out.
Later.